Well, good Friday morning to everyone. Howdy Facebook world, Backyard Brian here. And I'm really excited about something I get to share with you guys this morning. I'm standing beside a table, and I'm going to talk about this table a little bit. It's a simple table with a lot of care and a lot of work that Daniel put into it. But there's two things I want to talk about of what this table represents. And the first thing is that this table is going to be auctioned here in a couple weeks in the fundraising auction for Camp Light. And for those of you in our community that maybe aren't aware of what Camp Light does, but they provide summer camp experiences for children with different types of disabilities. And there's no cost to the children. It's amazing what they do. They have created the most amazing summer camp you could ever imagine, and it's right in our own backyard, and the facility is available to be used for other events, and that helps raise the funds for the work that they do. But one of the big things they do every year is an annual fundraising event and auction. And so it's with great pleasure that the team here at Bear Creek has been able to work on this table. The beautiful lumber that you see in this was milled by our friend and partner Sean Black at Black Forest Sawmill. He cut these logs, and then Daniel worked here in the shop and fabricated all this and put this together. But it's not just about the lives that are going to be transformed through this table of the revenue that comes from it, but it's also what the table represents. And if you're able to, on May 4th, I'll put a link in this. I would love for you to come join us at that fundraising event for Camp Light. But the bigger thing is I want to kind of show you what we're going to put on this table. And so Kendrick's going to kind of zoom in here a minute. But at Bear Creek, we are a family of passionate craftsmen working to build community every day. As you gather around this table, we invite you to do the same. And so that's our heart and prayer that's going to go out with this table, is that the conversations, the relationships, the laughter, the joy of those that gather around this table would build our community. You know, we got to use our skills and abilities to create it, but whoever uses this table will get to use their skills and abilities to build their community and their family around it. And so as I kind of wrap up on Friday, we're going into the weekend here, and I'd just like to speak to you about the tables in your life that you're going to gather around this weekend. Maybe there's memorable moments that you have from your childhood or maybe a recent holiday about a table, a conversation that happened at a table that was meaningful to you, or maybe a loved one that used to sit at a table that isn't there anymore, and you just have the memories of the table that you gathered at. And so it might not look like this table. It might look like your grandmother's kitchen table. It might look like a simple table that was in your home when you first started out with your family and you didn't have a lot of money. But there's all kinds of tables in our lives, and I'm grateful for the conversations that my family has had around the table that was crafted by some carvers in Mexico and came through some friends of Victoria's, their family store in New Mexico. We brought all the way back, and that table has meant so much to our family. There's been birthday parties there, there's been laughter, there's been a lot of things around the table. And so I just encourage you this weekend, when you sit down at your table, inside or out, just value the relationships that are gathered there, and have a great time with your family and your friends. And so this evening, the Bear Creek team is going to gather around a table. We're going to have a meal together. We're going to have some fun. We're going over to Rosenwald Community Center, and because it's supposed to rain and we couldn't do a cookout in the park, and we're going to play in the gym and so forth, we're going to gather around the table this evening too. And so we wish you and your family the same. Have a blessed weekend. Thankful for all of our friends and family. Take care. We'll talk to you later.